Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rashika, aka Ro or Mrs. Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, so I do apologize. However, life has been lifing. Adult life has been adulting. And we know how to go already, okay? But I just wanted to come back on here, do a quick little life update, what's been going on. In the last couple of weeks, it has been busy. Okay, I have been up. I feel like I've been in the sky more than I've been on the ground in the last couple of weeks. And oops, sorry. I'm learning. I swear. And that has been a huge part of why I haven't been able to, record videos, put videos out. But in this video, we're just going to do a quick little life update. What's been going on. Hurricane Beryl, dirty girl Beryl. And yeah, so let's start talking. If you're interested, just keep watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's go.
All that history, all that's history. I'll calm down eventually, fall back eventually.
Okay, so in the last couple of weeks, I've just been working. The first part of June, I guess, yeah, because my last video was in June. The first part of June, I had to work a lot because I knew that my son's second birthday was coming up and I needed the time off. So in order to get the time that I want, obviously you got to put in the time, put in the hours, put in the work. And then I had to fly back to Jamaica to get my son so that he can have his second birthday in the US with my mom and my niece and my sister. And thankful enough, this time I was able to not just come back with my son, but I was able to bring my dad with me. I was also able to bring my little brother with me to the US and this was his first time flying. So I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to even be able to do that. You know what I mean? So then after that, I had to do all those things and then fly back to Jamaica after his birthday. Had a whole birthday party, all that, okay? All that. And then fly back to Jamaica to drop them back off in order to fly back to the US to come back to work, because obviously your girl had to come back to work. So that was a lot in itself. And then I was supposed to come back. What day was that? That was last week. I was supposed to come back last week. And, oh yeah, I think it was the 3rd of July. And then I kept hearing all these talks about, oh, there's a hurricane. Oh, it's a tropical depression. Oh, it's a category 1. Oh, it's a category 2. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And then the evening before the hurricane actually hit, my husband and I were getting ready to go pick up our son from daycare, and I got a notification that my flight to get to work was canceled. I was like, oh snap, there's some serious stuff about to go down, okay? So then obviously we went to the store, got prepared, got a few knickknacks. We had already gone to the supermarket, so we didn't need to go do like a big shopping haul or anything like that. Thankfully, because the roads were crazy. The supermarket was packed, right? So we ended up, just grabbing a few little things, knickknacks, making sure we were good. The next day, guys, when I tell you the airport shut down. All 3 airports shut down. No, nothing in, nothing out. Like nothing. So now I'm supposed to be at work that evening, and I can no longer get out of the country to even get to work. Stuck. is what you call it. I mean, not stuck, because obviously I live there. Obviously I would want to stay with my husband and my son, especially during a storm. And thankfully it worked out the way it did, because the storm came, we lost power, the water went, no internet, no cell service, nothing. Nothing. And I know, had I gone to work, which I was supposed to end up in Trinidad, had I left and gone to work, I would have been stressed, to say the least, because at that point I wouldn't have been able to get in contact with anybody. And being on the island, I know my mom was trying to call us. She was calling me. She was calling my husband's phone. My sister was calling both our phones. Couldn't get through. My dad also lives in Jamaica. Trying to get to him, no contact whatsoever. And then listening to the radio and finding out that the storm was like lingering on that side of the country where my dad lives. Man, that thing was nerve-wracking. And it was my first, I would say my first adult hurricane. Only because all the other hurricanes that I've lived through, I was either a kid, which obviously that's my mom's responsibility to take care of me and make sure I'm safe, or I was not a parent yet. I was just single female, living life, doing what I needed to do to, get through the storm or whatever it was. This time was so much different, because my husband and I are a great team. But in certain situations we stress about, we stress on different levels, if that makes sense. And then to throw in the fact that I now have a 2-year-old that we have to be strong for. And I mean, obviously he's little, he doesn't know what's happening. But it was very stressing, because we wanted to make sure that he was good at all times. We had to make sure he was entertained. That means singing all the little Miss Rachel songs, all of it. Okay. But I think it was like I said, I think this was my first time as an adult having to stress, really. It's like, I felt like it was my first big test as a parent, when it comes to like protecting my child. And I mean, where we live, we were pretty safe. We didn't have to worry about flooding. The trees in our yard, there's none that are so close to the house that we have to worry about it falling on the house or anything like that. So in terms of that, we were good. But having no electricity, having no running water. I mean, again, we were prepared. However, it became a lot. Day one, okay, it is what it is. You kind of expect that. Day 2 rolls around and you're just like, okay, now the storm is gone. What we doing? What's the plan? Day 3 roll around and you're really like, now for real. Like, what are we doing? And that was hard. Guys, that was so hard. That was so hard because you become so frustrated. And then it's a tropical country, so the nights are hot. The storm went away and it went back to regular programming. Like, the days it was hot. Kid you not, it was hot. And on top of that, I then had to leave because they reopened the airport and I had a trip. So then I had to leave, even though there was no light, even though there was no water. Thankfully, the cell phone service had come back up. So it was okay-ish with leaving. But it's hard. It was so rough. It was so rough. I'm not even going to lie to you. It was hard to leave. It was definitely hard to leave. But as an adult, you still have to step out on faith and you have to trust in God and know that God got it. Like, at the end of the day, God got it. God got us. And thankfully, the night after I left, later in the night, sorry guys, I just got from work. Thankfully, that night when I left, they got electricity back. Which makes a world of difference because you got the fan, You're nice and cool. The things in the refrigerator thankfully did not spoil. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. And I never even stopped to think, like, back then, like, my life and all the hurricanes that I've lived through and all the tropical storms that I've lived through, I never once stopped to say to think about the fact that my mom had three of us and had to worry about making sure that all three of us were good. I never even, that never was even a thought for me, and that's crazy. But if you don't know, you don't know. And ignorance is definitely bliss, for sure. But now that I know, I can appreciate all the things. And y'all always hear me say I'm so grateful for my mom, because now as an adult, I'm realizing and I'm seeing a lot of the things that she was doing when I was younger, or she was trying to steer us from, or whatever. I'm now seeing it come to fruition. I'm now seeing it play out. I'm now seeing, like, the product or the fruits of her labor coming to fruition. You know what I mean? And I know she would be so proud because I was the trying child, guys. I was the trying child, okay? But living through that with a 2-year-old, it definitely humbles you, and it definitely makes you thank God, like, so much. Especially because where we're living, we were fine. In the grand scheme of things, we were fine. But where my dad lived, they were flooded out, still no electricity. I mean, they had a little water, but no light, no service, none of that. Flooded out, a lot of power lines down, a lot of light poles split in half, roof fly off, all kind of something, okay? Not to mention St. Elizabeth that got hit. So my heart goes out to all those people who were affected in Jamaica, like, really bad. And then to now even find out, like, now I'm back in the States, but I'm realizing that the hurricane didn't even weaken, or it weakened and then it picked back up, because just this morning it was, like, damaging Houston, Texas. You know what I mean? Same exact hurricane. So just just reach out. If you know somebody that was affected, just reach out. Just reach out. Or if you can, that's the next thing, if you can. But I'm just coming on to tell you guys, we're good. I'm good. My family is okay. I did make contact with all of them. My dad, my aunts, my cousin. Everybody's good. Thank God. Everybody's good. And it's just the uncomfortability of not having the electricity, not having the running water. But I think they're doing what they can to, like, get all those things up and running. So with time, but like I said, my family, they're all good. For those of you that were concerned, thank you so much. For those of you who reached out, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. But we're okay. We're doing good, okay? Like I said, I'm back at work, as you can see. And, life just goes on. And as crazy as that sound, that's how it is. So, yeah. So I've just been back at work. I'm hoping to obviously bring you guys more videos. And like always, just like message me, drop a comment down below telling me, what kind of content you want to see, what kind of things you want me to talk about, and we can do that. Okay? So going forward with the channel, just a quick update where my mind is at. So going forward with the channel, it'll still be discussion style in a sense. I'll definitely be dropping in a little bit or sprinkling a little bit more of, like, my travel and the different places, maybe the different layovers, talk about like, you know, things to do or stuff like that. And just the different countries that I've been fortunate enough to get paid to travel to. I mean, that's really what the job is. But if you're interested, or if there is a specific country that you want me to talk about, if there's a specific thing about the different destinations you want me to talk about, then, you know, just drop a comment and let your girl know. And I'll do my best to deliver those videos. So yeah, this is just a quick life update. I'm good. Dirty girl Beryl, she never wipe me out, she never take me out, she never take out my family, she never take out my friend them. We good, okay? So yeah, but again, for those of you who are living in Texas, for those of you in Jamaica, I know Grand Cayman got hit really bad. St. Vincent and the Grenadines got hit really bad. For those of you who are in those countries, you know, my heart goes out to you. Stay safe. You know, do what you got. Do what you got to do. Do what you can to rebuild and just pick up the pieces. It's hard. And unfortunately, it's a big part of living in the Caribbean, or by like the coastline. It is the start of hurricane season. Let me put that out there. It is the start of hurricane season. Hurricane season does not end until November. So, please be prepared, okay? Get your candle, get your flashlight, get your batteries for your flashlight, get your portable fans, especially for those living in the Caribbean. Get your portable fans if you can. Have your non-perishables ready. Don't wait until there's a storm coming. Have your non-perishables ready to go, okay? But just be safe out there. Please remember that anything is possible with God, because He is the master. He is the pilot, okay? But big up on yourself. Stay safe, like I said. And I'll be back with another video soon. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell so when I put out a video, you will get it. And please continue to just watch the videos, guys. Go back and watch it again. Help your girl out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.